The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather. I've got another haul of comic books that I bought off of a Facebook seller. A couple of Silver Age DC. Superman 254. From this moment on, Billy Anders, I bequeath all my superpowers to you. There you go. Billy Anders. He had a long run of Superman, I think. I can't remember it though, but maybe not. Right, this one, a bit beaten up. I bought another load of tape. This document repair tape. I don't know if it's the right stuff though, because it doesn't seem to like. It's quite easy to see. You know what I mean? I thought it was supposed to like be hard to see when you put it on these documents, but it's not really. Anyway, and I am terrible at putting the staples in. I take the staples out, do some taping, try and put the staples back in, and they end up looking like a blinking pincushion. Like I can't put them in; they're coming out in the wrong place. I try and put them in from the front inside, and then weaving them through. I try and put them from that side, and whatever way I put them through, they always come out the wrong place on the other side, and I just cannot get the bloody can't get it right. Just can't get it right. What if I should make them open, actually? Should I put them open, completely open, and try and push it through into some plasticine or something? I don't bloody know. Anyone got any tips for putting staples back into books that you've tried to document repair tape? Let me know. Right, very idly and slowly trying to think about doing a Teen Titans run. I think this is like, I think I've only got about 2 comics already in that run, and this guy happened to be selling them, and I said yes. Yeah, so I've got them now. The most important man in the world, and you killed him. Wonder who that was. And we got this one as well, number 35. Intruder of the Forbidden Crypt. Plus, Aqualad and Speedy in 2 solo stories. I tried to come up here with a window there thinking it would stop the glare. Or get some good light, but now I'm just getting lots of glare. Anyway, hopefully you've seen that. Right, this one is so familiar that I thought I had it, but I don't seem to have it. And this is a very, very muted looking colouring. I don't know, but it's a Justice League of America anyway. A nice Justice League of America, where they're being attacked by their costumes. It could be that I might have read that. Probably maybe it's familiar because I might have read it in a JSA Giant or so. I know, the JLA Giant, I can't remember. Because I haven't really read it in my JLA. I'm waiting till I get the whole run that I'm trying to collect from 100 to the end of that run. And once I've got them all, I'm going to read them all. So at the moment, but the ones before 100, I have been reading them. So maybe, I don't know. I'm sure I've read this story before anyway. Or maybe it was a similar story where it wasn't their weapons attacking them, but their uniforms shrinking on them. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Right, I've got Detective Comics, number 390. Fish is hooked, now deck him. There's a fly in here. Oh, it's a wasp. Go away, wasp. What are you doing here, you bastard? Bugger off. We don't like wasps in this house. Go back out the window you came in, you silly bugger. I said keep going. Keep going, no turn back. Go for the gap that you managed to come through on the way in. Can't hear it, maybe it went. Hey, listen to my instructions. Just call me the Wasp Whisperer. Right, this is a birthday book. It's a Charlton. The guy was selling it on Facebook, and I looked at it and I said, that's September. I wonder if that's 69. And I quickly looked it up, and lo and behold, it was. It's Charlton Dragon Wheels. Dragon Wheels, featuring Scott Jackson. Sabotage in the street races. Explosive, the shortest way. That's the stories that are in it, I suppose. So here we go. It's a birthday book, September 1969. This is cover dated the same as me. Obviously, it came out a couple of months before I was born, but I go by the cover date because it's easiest. Right, now this one, I wasn't sure if I was going to show it or not. It was low grade. It's all covered in bloody packaging, not packaging, but in this white tape now, which doesn't blend in with the background at all, really. There never mind. Put the staples back in after a fashion, and it no longer seems to fit on the book either. It's like you've got the pages inside all sticking out. But anyway, I'm not going to show it because this is the first appearance I've ever had of this character, and this is quite an old book, 1960. And I am going to be I don't know if you saw a video, it came out last night, probably a few days ago for you now, Comics on Location. Now this one is particularly apt for a Comics on Location, which I'm going to be filming sometime, probably next week or a week after. So look out for Comics on Location, and you'll see what that comic book is then. Right, I'm going to show you these in order. Right, and this one, right, this guy was selling this as well for about £1, and this, I tried to patch it up as best as I could. I gave up on it because it was so brittle, absolutely brittle as heck. So I'm not going to bother trying to read it. I've patched up the front cover, the outside cover a bit, totally split. Most of the pages are falling off, and then I tried. It almost split on the pages that I'd fixed after I folded them. It split almost like it's splitting again. So I'm just going to put it in a better bag when I get a chance and just keep it as a little bit of a novelty thing. It's not a proper comic book. It's more like it's not quite a pulp, but it's like a story book, I suppose, but in comic kind of format. And this is number 119 of Nick Carter stories. Only cost 5 cents back in the day. The Stolen Brain, or Nick Carter and the Canal Boat Fugitives. I don't think about maybe reading stories from it from my channel, but I know they're going to get 10 views and it'll be a lot of work for nothing. Right, but this comic, pulp, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's dated December 19, 1914. This is 110 years old, and it cost me £1, I think, because it was in such bad condition. But I just couldn't resist that. Like 1914, that's like bloody hell. So that was like in its 20s when my dad was born. So this is possibly old enough it's old enough to be my granddad, I'm sure. I'm not sure when my granddad was born, but yeah, who knows? Probably. It's an old bloody well comic book. I won't show you anything inside. I had a little look. There was an advert in the back. You know, they used to have the adverts for the Strong Man or whatever his name was. Charles Atlas. This had like a little advert from, I think it was it something Gotch? He was an old wrestler, and it was like offering wrestling lessons. Karl Gotch, like he's a classic famous wrestler, and yeah, it was offering wrestling lessons from Karl Gotch in the advert on the back. Right, I've got a few coverless ones as well that he throws in for me. I've got an old Wonder Woman cover list from 1964. Shame it's got no bloody well cover with it. That's probably worth a few bob. It's in bad nick. It's got a few tears as you'd expect. This is an old Tomahawk from 1971, is that? And shout out to Roger. This is a couple of Thunder Agents. This is from November 1969. I need to see if they've got one cover date in September 1969 for my birthday book runs. And this one doesn't seem to have a date on it, but I'm thinking it's definitely in the same ilk as Thunder Gods, because I believe that you've got Fly, you've got the red, the Shield. Yeah, the Fly and the Shield I recognise from what I've looked at it so far. I don't think you've got the full story. I think the outer wrap probably is missing as well. So the cover's missing plus the first wrap or two. So unfortunately, there's not much to read there, but I'll have a little flick through it at some point. Got a massive read pile at the moment. I'm currently reading, I've read all of the first Supergirl run, volume 1 of Supergirl, and I'm working my way through volume 2 of Supergirl now, the New Adventures of Supergirl. Right, the rest of this haul is a big bulk of Hulk. Right, number 169. No, it's not fair, not fair. Hulk could fight that monster, Hulk could win, but Bruce Banner can only die. Disaster 8 miles high. And he's fighting the Bi-Beast there because of his bifocal head. Right, the rest of them are in the 200s. 205 in savage combat with the Crypto Man. Didn't someone not show a Hulk comic? Sorry, a Thor comic recently where he was fighting Crypto Man. Because I made a joke about cryptocurrency. I seem to remember making a joke about cryptocurrency. But so did Crypto Man also appear in 4 at some point? Or maybe it was a Hulk and I just confused it. Right, number 207. Alone against the defenders. The Hulk is pulling down the highway. If we don't stop him, hundreds will die. This might tie into my defenders run at some point. Right, 208. A monster in our midst. This is it. The dramatic turning point in the life of Bruce Banner. He was always having dramatic turning points, wasn't he? Side by side with the master of the unknown. Hulk, I order you to capture the Mahayogi. Man Brute, I command you to destroy Dr. Druid. Both of you, stop! You are tearing Hulk's brain apart! There you go. Introducing the 5-in-1 threat. You just don't quarrel with the Quintronic Man. The Quintronic Man. I'm sure he returned often to battle the Hulk. I don't believe that really. I'm just lying. Right. Triumph and tragedy in the Marvel Manor. Circus of Lost Souls. Even if you escape Hulk, those you care for are doomed. If he's fighting the circus of crime, they are well overpowered. Mind you, I think this guy, hasn't he got a hypnotic thing on his head? Yeah, he has. The Ringmaster's got like a hypnotic disc on his hat, and maybe you can use hypnosis on Hulk. But if that's, what's it, Madame Anaconda, is it? Something like Anaconda? I can't remember what her name is now, but she's got a giant snake. Maybe she's just called Anaconda. Right, here is Doc Samson. If the Hulk couldn't beat the Rhino, what sort of chance do I stand? Because you demanded it, Doc Samson, in solo super action at last. My ray machine has transformed your friend into an animal Hulk. Now wait till you see what it does to you. It's a big batch of Hulks here. No, don't hurt him. Oh, that's the wrong name. No, don't hurt him, Greenskin. Stingray is the only guy who can help you. Then why is he blasting Hulk? The wrong voice, I meant. Did the wrong voice there. I can't remember what this little guy's name is. I haven't got that many comics with him in it. The only first time I ever saw him was when he was dying of AIDS, I think, in a later Peter David run of Hulk. Marvel's TV sensation. I used to watch this all the time as a kid. We loved the Hulk TV show as a kid. It was like 100% had to be a Saturday night viewing. More savage than ever, the Hulk strikes back. And there's Moonstone there. Moonstone, Doc Samson, and the Hulk throwing tanks around like it ain't no thing. The Incredible Hulk, Harvest of Fear. Now this is a bit one-sided Hulk. A couple of farmers with pitchforks versus you with a tractor. Oh my. That's not a fair fight. Panic in the night. Green Goliath joins shield-slinging Avenger to fight the battle below. My money's on Cap and Hulk. The Monster and the Machine. Uh-oh. Aaron Stack needs repairing. That's Machine Man, if you didn't know. Are you going funny? Man Monster versus Machine Man. Kill or be killed. So Machine Man has got very, very little chance against the might of the Hulk. When a city dies. Sic Semper Tyrannus. Latin, but don't ask me what it stands for. Whatever happened to the 3D man? Beware the changelings. Trial by monster. Just remembered something. Right, I have a Patreon that some people support me on my Patreon for my podcast, my heavy metal podcast, High Speed Hangover, and some people support me for my YouTube channel. Also, some people give me... No, actually, they're separate. But on my Patreon, just for Patreon only, I literally just cashed in, like, after a long time of building it up. I cashed in and I got $200 from my Patreon, all saved up from, like, I don't know, about £11 a month. So work out how long that takes to bloody well to add up. And, yeah. And I cashed it in and got all these comic books with it, basically. So, thanks and shout out to my lovely Patreons. They call this the comic collection or the haul that my Patreon supporters paid for. Let's go for that, shall we? Old Greenskin Battles 4, God of Thunder. Enough said. Power and Peril in the Promised Land. It's Sabra. Shout out to Matilda, our very own Israeli superhero in the comic community. You may be the strongest one there is, Hulk, but there's more than one of us. Sorry, there's more than one of the Soviet super soldiers. Another shout out to Matilda, because she's a Rusky. She's a Rusky as well. So there you go. She gets shouts out for 2 different comic books in a row. Isn't that nice of me? Right. I've made monkeys out of your friends, Hulk. You're next. Is that the High Evolutionary? Oh yeah, of course. He's literally made monkeys out of them. There must be the High Evolutionary, mustn't it? You've evolved them into, or devolved them into monkeys. Oh dear. Okay, no blurb on this one. Fighting some kind of space amoeba. We've gone past the year of the blurbs now. Boring. This is 1982. Why this one? I'm so sure I've seen this before, this cover. I wonder if it's a play on another cover. I think it might be a play on other covers, maybe. Like homage later on, even perhaps. I'm not too sure. But you've got the Hulk, you've got the Wendigo, and you've got the Sasquatch. The Menace of Megalith. This guy is built like a brick wall. He's built like a brick outhouse. I was looking at this to see if it was a assistant editor's month. Doesn't say it is, but this is Hulk being hoisted on the shoulders of everyone. So this is what acceptance feels like. Fighting some homunculuses. Okay. Homage to Nick Fury, but like possibly a homage to that Nick Fury cover where he's floating in space, but Hulk's not going quite so well. Guest starring the Mighty Avengers. Nuff said. He's fighting Zags, the electrical being. No caption here. I believe this woman, from what I can recall of other comic books, is like a filmmaker from space, an alien filmmaker. I'm sure that's her. She's come to make a film of the Hulk, I believe, if I remember correctly. Alright, and the rest of these, I think I've got a massive hole I've made in my Hulk requirements. I think I'm trying to get from like 200 to 600, I don't remember, because I got quite a lot of them back in the day. I started collecting them back, I can't remember what the numbers were now. Anyway, 304 maybe, I started collecting them, I can't remember. But anyway, the rest of these are annuals that I never had. So annual number 9, King Size Annual, all new, The Incredible Hulk, Checkmate. Seems to be fighting against a chessboard. It can't be. I'm becoming the Hulk, but I'm also changing into Captain Universe, and I'm fighting myself. Sorry, as Captain Universe, hasn't he got unlimited powers? Could he not make himself cure himself from being the Hulk? Oh, no, I don't think he can. Right, and lastly, number 11. All new, the day the Earth turned green. Is that green in a conservation kind of way? Right, that's it. That's my huge haul of Hulk, my bulk of Hulk, and a few other bits, and mystery comic to be revealed in a future video. And shout out to my supporters on Patreon. They're all listed below. But if I try and remember them now, I'm going to forget somebody. and I'll feel foolish. Right, so thanks everyone. I'll see you soon, probably. Well, you'll see me if you watch my videos. I'll probably watch quite a few of your videos. Yeah, I'm out of here. Until next time, have a great, amazing day. And as my good friend Muttley says, may all your news be good news. Is that right? Have a great, amazing day? I can't remember. Have a great, amazing day. Have a great, amazing day. I'll have a great, amazing day. Have a great, amazing day. I hope you have a great, amazing day.